I've pressed the button to live stream from Zoom to YouTube, and I'm just waiting for that to go live. To live stream from Zoom to YouTube, and we are all set. Hi, everybody. I'm just jumping on very much spur of the moment. Get some more light here. Here we go. I'm Susanne Wilson. I live and work out of Carefree, Arizona. And the only agenda I really have and why I felt compelled to get on a live stream is all the hurt and the pain that's going around right now, and the fact that this is legit. This is legit, extreme hurt and pain, enough for everyone right now to feel. And I'm not one of those, it's all love and light people, because it isn't all love and light as we're experiencing right now in the world, especially in the United States of America. And so I think what really spurred me to come on and talk to you is the emails and the posts and the things that I've been seeing from students who attend my online classes and intuition development and things like that. They say, I'm very sensitive, and this is so painful, all the things that are going on in the world, and all of the hurt and the violence and the protesting, and the tragedy of the murder of an innocent man. um, you know and you can say, well, he's not so innocent, the police are there to arrest him. That, that's alleged, that everything remains to be seen, but nobody deserved to be murdered. um, and so I have some of my email, some of my students, and even strangers I've never heard from before, are saying, I hurt so bad, I need to tune out on the whole world, but I'm also tuning out on my own life. I'm numb. um, I've stopped watching TV. I've stopped talking to friends and relatives because we disagree. Interesting thing, I had an email from a woman who's been in my online classes and seen me at conferences. And so I recognize her when I see her. And we always talk about her huge family. She always talks about her big family and how she's like, she'll give my book or somebody else's book to a family member, and then they talk about it and stuff. So we're in contact, and she emailed me. 5 of us family members have been in shelter in place together for weeks. And we represent 3 different generations with 3 different ideas of how the world should be. And we're divided on our politics. But what's interesting is they've never spent that much time together before. These are people in the same family, all related, that they would just spend time together at, Christmas or something. But they've spent about 6 or 7 weeks together. And for different reasons, they still have to be in shelter in place for underlying health conditions and things like that. And they have nothing to talk about at the dinner table because they're in such disagreement. And I'm like, well, what were you talking about at the dinner table at the beginning of this? And she emails me back, everything. We could talk about everything, but now we're just butting heads. We have differences of opinions over who should run the country and how they should run the country and all of this. I'm like, well, isn't it fascinating, though, that they got to be closer for a while because of a pandemic, but then what is happening in the world now it's all about the politics. And I see this too in the social media posts. I've seen some of the ugliest language I've ever seen on social media posts by people who I'm like, we've been connected on social media for 10 years, and you can say horrible, hateful, wishing death on people type of things with language. It's just incredible. And I want to say that doesn't help anyone. I don't think anybody's mind about who they're going to vote for or what they're going to do in life has ever been changed by a post where somebody's being denigrated, and called names. That is not helping anybody. Now, you may look at me right now and say, well, you're a woman of privilege. First off, because you're white, you're probably rich. Well, I'm white, but I'm not rich. But that doesn't really matter because we are in this together, but we're not all in the same boat together. Some people are scraping to eat. It's been a long time since I had to scrape change together to go and eat, but there's people that were doing pretty decent right on the edge 2 months ago, right on the edge, but just getting by, that are scraping coins together to eat. So we're in this together, but we're not all in the same boat, is for sure. So I think, why am I here? I think the main reason I'm here is to ask that those of you let more light into your life. If you've posted stuff in social media that is a huge put down to somebody, no matter what the reason is or how justified you are or think you are, and and all it's been is just hate, 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 name calling, name calling, name calling, horrible words, you are hurting you, because that energy stays in your energy field and you carry it with you. And it all comes from fear of change, fear of the unknown, fear of losing what I'm holding on to. So when you get that feeling of rage, and I get them too, absolutely. When you get that feeling of rage, sit with it and figure out where it's coming from. Well, it's obvious where it's coming from right now. We've had a huge public murder in our midst. Say his name, George Floyd, and he represents many. And there is no excuse for this. But with that rage, we have a great opportunity to take all of that energy and all of our emotions and feelings. Make no mistake, it's energy. We have the opportunity to take that energy and change it into right action. And it starts one person at a time, it starts one community at a time. And you're not going to change the world by posting vitriol and slur words. I've seen public figures and not so public figures slurred, not just for their race, but for their culture, their religion, even their gender, and how bad they look, bad in quotes, how good they look, good in quotes, slammed for it. And I think some of those posts are just those robotic posts designed not by lots of individuals. Yeah, there are lots of angry individuals, but there's also an organized campaign to get you to hate right now. Just think about this, an organized campaign in social media and wherever else to get you to hate and to be scared. So those with other agendas, mostly to make themselves more wealthy and to rule us, can get you to put your trust in them, whoever they are, alt left, alt right, middle, it doesn't matter. If you refuse to be in hatred and you refuse to stay in fear, see, you will get fear, but you don't have to stay in it. If you refuse to be in hatred and you refuse to stay in fear, you can be that change that you want to see in the world. A great author and spiritual teacher, Wayne Dyer, said, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't want to be better than anyone else. I want to be better than I was. That's the opportunity that's in front of us right now. Let all that you do be done in love. I want you to substitute the word there, love, for your neighbor as yourself. Instead of love, because love is an emotion, what if we said respect? Let all that you do be done in respect. Respect your neighbor as yourself. And find a different way to blow off steam than vitriol on social media. And I'm talking about those posts, name call, name call, name call, name call, name call. Come on. That's childlike behavior. And I don't think it's all, like I said, it's not all coming from living individual people. It's organized hate that's being unleashed. Don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. You're stronger than that. You're better than that. And together we're going to be even better than we've ever been before. But it's a lot of freaking work. ahead of us right now. And it's going to be a lot easier to get this work done if we're not all wrapped up in hate. And here's the thing, as a human, remember a while ago I said, I'm not, oh, it's all love and light, la, 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 la. I never get upset because I'm centered and grounded all the time. I call bullshit on that. That's somebody who's either delusional or lying, maybe, I don't know. Because if they're still human, and I think they are, the human condition is emotions. We're here to have emotions. We're here to have experiences so we can be better than we were. So don't buy into that. And those of you that want to just throw the covers over your head and get in bed and not give up, I believe you. I believe you. You are the authentic one. You are the one hurting. But I'm going to challenge you to just sit with that feeling only so long and stop it and get up and do the work. Let all that you do be done out of respect, compassion, thoughts, words, and actions, compassion. And I don't know, I just really drove home that 3 generations, 5 people from 3 generations can't talk to each other at a dinner table right now, but they were brought together by a tragedy, and now they're being pulled apart by a tragedy. So they're going to work on that. And we all have work to do, don't we? So I'm right there with you. I've had my rage, I've had my hate, I've had my moments of, oh my God, can it get any worse than it does? And I support you. And I just want you in the morning to be grateful for having another day and ask, source, spirit, greater power, God, Jesus, Buddha, Moses, whoever you're asking, just ask them, make me stronger and let me be a clear reflection of you in all that I say and do. And don't beat yourself up for having what they call those low vibe thoughts of hatred and anger. Like I said, everything is going to be coming from fear is a theory that I've heard, and it seems right. Everything comes from fear that becomes hate. So if you can sit with it when it's fear and not let it become hate, and not let it become hate that you act on, then you've done very well as a soul. Okay, where did this feeling come from? It comes from fear. I'm going to sit with it and not act on it. I'm going to release it and let it go. And I'm going to bless that feeling. It reminds me that I'm human, and it reminds me that I have compassion. Now I'm going to look for places in my life where I can serve right where I am. I don't have to go move to another city or a town. I don't necessarily have to do anything different except be different in my thoughts, words, and actions, especially actions. And actions are what's important right now. For all of you that hurt, I hurt with you. For all of you in prayer, I pray with you. For all of you who have written me that I can't meditate right now because I'm so upset, I want to tell you, you can meditate, but you may have to change it up. Maybe your meditation is going to be to take a walk and observe everything in nature and talk to God or talk to yourself. Maybe your meditation right now is that you can't clear your mind, but you can do something constructive in the world. I've had people say, I want to give money, but I don't have any. Write letters if you want to be active in whatever you are. If you're alt left, alt right, or in between, I don't care, but do it, make it constructive, and know that you're loved. No one is loved more than you. Even though we're all in this together, we're not all in the same boat. And so if you have an opportunity to help someone, help them with no expectation of anything in return. I guess that's it for now. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just doing the best that I can, just like you. And I'm sending you love with a capital L. And I say love with a capital L a lot. If you've been in my classes or been around me, I say that a lot because we say we love this. I love this music. I love this food. I love pizza, but I love pizza with a little L. I love you with the big L, and that means I send love from my heart to yours. So be the peace.